we head out to the street where we focus our question this month on relationships. We asked people how hard it was to find meaningful relationships in today's secular world and if they had any advice to give to young Catholics in finding the right partner. Let's find out how they responded to Encounter's Question of the Month.
It's definitely hard. I have a lot of friends that go on Catholic Match. They do the online dating thing. I've tried it myself. I haven't been successful necessarily, but it's definitely, I have heard success stories. I have a friend actually that might talk to you as well who met his fiance on Catholic Match and hit it off right away. I think it's a great way to meet people, especially in this day and age when most people are doing things online. I would just say don't settle. Don't settle for somebody that's gonna, be wishy-washy about their faith and their morals. I think it's important to invest yourself in young adult groups, meet singles in your area that are just as passionate about their faith as you are, and make sure that it's gonna be worth your time and find somebody who's gonna lead you to Christ more.
If you live a life of faith, faith will be drawn to you. So faithful people will want to find you. Don't be ashamed of your faith. That's the big thing. I made that mistake myself quite a bit. If you're saying a prayer, let it be known. You put that flag out and people will come to you.
Most important thing is that you share a very common, important topics you agree. And that usually is, if is this person Catholic, is this person Christian? And I made the decision of not dating non-Christian persons some time ago because it just makes things easier. That doesn't mean you're not gonna be, finding problems or whatever. But if you have a common ground, you have a common denominator you can work on, and your faith means something to you as a young Catholic, I think that's a really good place to start, and that can make something meaningful, a meaningful relationship from that. Yes.
My entire young adult life, dating has been very hard for me because I've never dated anyone that had the same beliefs as me. And for my longest term relationship, I thought I was going to have to sacrifice so many things of what I wanted in a marriage, what I wanted to receive the Eucharist with my husband, all these things. And it ended, and I really was lost. I didn't know what to do. But as of recently, my first Catholic boyfriend just came in my life, and I did not even realize how beautiful it can be to just talk about these things. And even though sometimes we don't have anything in common, there's just that core part of it, and it makes everything else fruitful flow through it. It's really easy to say, don't settle, don't compromise anything, because I definitely thought I was gonna have to compromise a lot of things. Even when I was like, I'm not settling, I'm not compromising, I definitely was. And it goes back to just really whenever you think God's talking to you, listen.
I feel like it's a very hard thing to find, especially find the right woman, someone who's religious, and it also takes two to make it work. It's not just one-sided. And I would say the best advice I'd give young people is if you are dating someone, especially in religious settings, also make sure that person is bringing the same thing you bring to the table, and two of you guys are working together rather than one person is carrying the load in the relationship, because it's going to perpetuate into a marriage.
And of course, we'd like to hear from you. If you want to respond or make a comment about our question of the month, you can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/EncounterCTV. We'll join